everyone, it's Jackie from Rose Gold Library, and this is my review of This Is Big by Marisa Meltzer. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, it's a nonfiction book. I'm currently on a nonfiction roll at the moment. I have another book that you probably have seen from my summer reading, Glossy, which is about Glossier. Anyways, not about that. This is big. This is about Weight Watchers and its founder. And it was interesting reading this, it was humbling. That's a word that I have chose to describe the experience. Mainly because I am a big girl, let's just say that. And I've had very similar upbringing, viewpoints of both the founder of Weight Watchers and also the author, Marisa, and also just the fact that within this, it is going back from like the early 90s, 2000s, 2010s now, as well as back from, if I remember correctly, all the way up to the 50s, 60s, and just how things are seen nowadays, and how, as a viewer of the Weight Watchers, like the shows and like the programs that you see all over the place, but also like being from a 2024 perspective, kind of insane to think about it. One of my favorite moments in this book is just kind of like learning about the word dieting, how it's Greek for dieta, which is a way of life, and just how this is very weird way of how a lot of plus size women or women who are not what is the considered like very skinny and frail type of body type are having problems with society, because it always goes into society. Anyways, I'm slightly rambling, but the way that I approached this, it was just kind of like a weird back and forth of Niche. I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me. And Marisa's perspective of growing up, because seeing how, in a modern day perspective of how we diet or how we need to talk to people. One of the biggest things, because I've done something similar to Weight Watchers, is talking to people and just being like, hey, I've done this, or hey, I've kind of went off the rail. But the main point is talking to a person. And then reading this book, and it is just the inner thoughts, basically a diary since it is nonfiction, and just how I've gotten this out of a library book. The main reason why I got this, it was because my library recommended towards me on like the online platform. And so I also recommend this book if you want to learn about diet culture, especially in the US. This is mainly focused in the US diet culture, and just how, for me, I have like a bigger body than most. It is a perspective of how dealing with the body and somewhat of a body positivity movement is just the biggest words that I've ever heard. Yes, it's a pun. In this book is maintenance is hard, which is from like chapter 8. What does being thin even mean? And maintenance is hard. And speak about maintenance, if you hear the fan going on in the background, yes, it's because it is like bajillion degrees here where I'm at right now. And one of my favorite quotes that I've taken was just from an earlier chapter of the book. It is just resonated with me. And the quote is that I've decided to look through my little book. This is my little book that you see right here of quotes that I like from whatever I'm reading, which I'm going to be sticking to the backlit, which is permanent to my reading journal, is if the unruly body is the opposite of the docile body, why did I want to be docile anyway? From page 65. And I realize, especially with, probably gonna date myself here, with very demure, very considerate. This is kind of, because it's also on my TikTok, just being wondering why do I want to be skinny, which is the question that I'm always asking myself now, because I can be the size that I am and still be healthy, which is fun to say. Anyway, these are my thoughts from This Is Big, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye everyone!